Yo! We're back on the Crash Port with Erasing Never.
Come on!
So, Dan seems to be a little bit of a peacekeeper.
Yes.
So while he's not up here.
He is.
Well, while he's not up here.
Look at him right now. Look how cute he is.
While he's not up here, Brian, I would like to hear you verbally express your opinions about something.
Okay.
Something you made a huge deal about 5 months ago. It's really outdated now. We covered a lot back when the show first started.
Can you make some rearranging here?
Shut
the fuck up. Over a little bit that way.
Yes, absolutely. Feel free.
All right, because I feel like
Kenny, pour me
Dr.
Pepper, no ice.
Me too, Kenny.
Go
please.
fuck yourself.
Anyways,
It's not the Sunny Show.
Now, Brian, I would just like to know your 2 cents because, okay, let's face it. Whether you like Erasing Never or not, whether you like Brian or not, whatever, Erasing Never is a bigger band on the local music scene, and their opinion does matter.
Fill me in.
Because obviously, if they weren't, if they didn't matter, then they wouldn't be as popular as they are, and they wouldn't have packed Ripper's dick to ass.
Fill me in. Oh my God! Quit stuttering. What did I miss, Crash?
I just want to hear Brian. Go off on a little rampage right now.
Oh God!
Because I know you're an opinionated motherfucker. So
I am.
I want to hear because I am too. I don't know if we would agree on a lot of the same
Kenny.
things.
Yeah, no problem.
But I feel like you and I have a lot of the same views on some things. So before Dan gets up here and he can stop you, why don't you start right now?
No, he won't stop me. He can't stop me.
I did some rearranging.
We can cuddle up.
Taking up all the room.
All right. So what do you want my humble opinion upon?
I want your humble opinion about what you made a big ass deal about like 5 months ago. And I finally have you guys here on the show to get the entire side of the story.
Is this what
I heard the cops were involved.
I don't know anything.
All sorts of things. I want to hear it.
That's a guilty conscience.
This guy hid. I can tell
Because
you that.
I can
And why is all the blame put on me? I was with Mike Cole. Mike Cole was with me. We were outside smoking. You were inside.
I assume we're talking about the
Yes.
I don't even know what you want to call that. That was just.
Oh, come on, dude.
I mean,
Did you kick somebody's ass? Or?
No. I mean, we got scammed. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. But
A lot of people
got scammed. But we.
What's the name of this event?
I know exactly.
I
What's the
don't
name
think
of this
I don't
event?
think
exactly?
I don't think Sonny does.
I think I do, actually.
All right, hold on, Sonny. Before
don't
we
need to get
reveal,
into this.
before what we reveal what we're talking about, I'm going to take a moment break. And Sonny, tell me what you think it is. All right, go. All right, we're back.
Did I say that before the moan?
No.
Okay.
No.
All
Am I right?
Yes, you are right,
I
Sonny.
do know what I'm talking about.
I think it was.
And I congratulate every single band that won.
Absolutely.
Every band
Absolutely.
deserved it.
Absolutely, hands down.
I'm happy for
Actually,
every one of
now
those
that I
bands.
think about it,
So
I got an argument with somebody.
Now everybody that listens, as you all know, when we first started doing the show, by our own means, we talked about this a lot. This is the only time in a long time we're going to talk about this. We're never going to talk about this again ever after tonight because we've done a lot.
I have that written down in my logs like 10 times.
Yes,
10
we used
different
to
shows.
talk about
We'll
this
never talk
a
about
lot.
this again.
Surround it with asterisks and
All right,
exclamation
so
points.
Brian, now why don't you reveal the truth to everyone?
I will tell you the truth, brother.
I'm very curious about it. I've been curious about this for a long time.
Okay, so.
Oh, and real quick, after this, I'm going to take another break. And Kenny, are you ready to do the hot lick?
I am.
Damn, it's
You
not
got it,
already.
brother.
All right, at 9 o'clock, in about 20 minutes or so, I'll have the hot lick from Sinister Guitar Picks on Roses on Red. Anyways, all right, bro.
So here's what happened with that whole shebang.
Now, why don't you first tell what the event was?
This event was supposedly, in big quotations, is Local Music Awards, okay? Local Music Awards. We get an email.
The people that got these awards had to pay to get in.
Yeah, the people that got these said awards had to pay to get in, by the way.
And we're expected to sell tickets.
An hour and a half away.
No discount.
Okay. So anyway,
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a great
super
deal.
local on the line of PA and Ohio. You know, super local to Akron
I
and
seem to
Cleveland.
remember food being promised.
There was
you
know,
never any mention of how you were supposed to dress.
Yeah, there's you know they promised you food and all this stuff or whatever. You know, we get there and pretzels and chips. You know, It is what it is. What do you know? That's high budget, for local. I mean,
yeah, dude, $6 hot dogs. What's wrong with that? There's nothing out of the ordinary about $6 hot dogs.
At an Indians game.
They're probably Oscar Mayer.
So we get an email from this cat,
starving
right?
local musician.
And it is what it is. Whatever, whoever, whatever. I won't say his name. We get an email from this cat, and he's like,
Well, if you're wondering who it is, I'll just say this: the guest, a particular guest that was on the Crash Board recently, is on there tonight. If you're wondering what it is. So, anyways, go.
Okay. So either way, whatever. We get an email, and
we did everything we were told.
It basically says, you're nominated for these categories. I think it was Best Metal Band and Best New Album 2013 new album. You're nominated with these other bands. All the bands were listed there, and you got to buy. Everybody in the band has to buy a ticket to show up to the ceremony and do this. And it's going to be this great ceremony. There's going to be all these people there, sell tickets, promote it, blah blah blah. And you're a nominee. Okay.
They might as well just call it the Guerrilla Music Awards show.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Why not? Pretty much.
Let's shorten it up a little bit.
So basically, we go to the ceremony, we show up, there's 80, 90 people there. Everyone's fairly well dressed. We are not. We're dressed, the way
Like you are right now?
Like we are right now. We walked in there just like that, and that's how we roll. And, we had our very number one supporter, Sean Head, with us, and he was...
Yes, we did sell tickets.
And we sold tickets, and we promoted it and told everybody to come. We had Sean Head and his wife. It was Sweetest Day. Came out for Sweetest Day. We drove the hour and 20 minutes to the local music awards
Basically
festival.
in Pennsylvania.
Basically in Pennsylvania, local. You know that's how it goes in local.
Right.
Drove all that way. It was hard. It was like in the woods somewhere on the line of PA, Hubbard or some kind of craziness in some shack building or whatever. And they offered you pretzels and pop and stuff like this or whatever. $8 beers and $7 drinks that had no shots in them.
I do got to throw this out here real quick. As soon as we walked in the doors, I wanted to leave immediately. I just want that to be on the record.
Pretty much. As soon as we walked in, we knew
I
it
felt
was
embarrassed to be there.
The whole time I'm like, dude, we're getting taken. Like, this is bullshit. Like, this is crazy. Like, what is this? This is crazy.
Because we don't have money. All our extra money goes into the band. We don't have money to be paying to go to an award show.
For us, for the band, for the local band, you know what I mean? Whatever. So we get there, whatever, it's all that. We sit down. The first category comes up that we were supposed to be nominated. To make a long story short, a really long story, a little bit shorter. And we were supposed to be one of the 5 nominees, and they said all the bands. We weren't one of the bands. And whatever.
You weren't one of the bands mentioned, or you weren't the band that won?
We weren't one of the bands mentioned at all in the category. When that was what the email said, we were invited because we were a nominee in the last...
Top 5.
We were top 5 of this band, whatever. And then we weren't even a mention. And we didn't even care that we didn't win, but we weren't even a mention like we said. So to me, I felt like it was a big hoax. Like, oh, you're a nominee, but we're not even going to mention you when you get here and pay the $45 for the 4 of you to come in, an hour and a half away.
How many people won that weren't there?
Right, and so many people won only, like, he was giving awards to his best friend and his his second cousin that was, whatever, helped me with my moving the second time I got whatever,
Rob all these people.
Yeah, but blah, 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 whatever. So, dude, we're at this table. Sean had a couple drinks in him, and he's like, this is bullshit, when it happened.
Sean had the best fan in the world, but yes, he did.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Sean.
He stood up and he was pissed about it, and I get it, dude. He fucking brought his wife an hour and a half away to this bullshit ceremony. It was a hoax, and we got scammed and whatever. So he fucking runs up to the front of the stage, and he confronts this dude or whatever. And I'm trying to hold my insides, and it's very hard for me to do. Because I'm a very outspoken person, like you had mentioned earlier. I'm very, very, very opinionated. And I'll just tell you, anyone, whatever it is, what it is. A lot of people don't like me. That's cool. I'm fine with that. I don't like you either. But, so that night, I went up. I went up and fucking followed Sean. And I just basically told the dude I wanted our money back. I was like, look, dude, this is kind of ridiculous. You invited us out here. You told us this. This is what happened. This is what we got. Just give us our money back. We're going to leave. We're going to go have a real good time, on our own. Just do whatever. He's like, oh, we don't do refunds, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, you're going to do a refund tonight. He goes, we're going to get our money back, that's what's going to happen. So it's ridiculous. So, dude, he decides to pull us in the middle of the whole ceremony and talk to all these people and how they're going to tell us they're not going to give us a refund, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Next thing I know, there's 2 little Italian kids, security guys, that are trying to grab on me. And I'm like, dude,
Yes, he does. He really does.
I'm like, you need to get out of here with these guys, like, get your dudes off here. I'm trying to talk to you, get our money back. This is ridiculous. And Sean Head splurts out some craziness. Whatever. We're not going to.
Don't you think it's funny? Don't you think it's funny that the venue rental was free?
Right, everything.
The sound, everything was free.
Right.
And after this, he goes 24/7. He gets a new car, all sorts of it because of
all the money he made off of all the local artists, the struggling local artists that he made money off of. It was just, it's really sorry,
Yeah, well, I mean, I felt bad for.
So now he brings them to his diaper box filled studio of a basement of a studio. It's great. It's really great. I truly miss being on that station. I truly miss it. It was so great.
Sounded like a great time.
Yeah, great
Oh
times.
my God, we had
Great
so
sound
much fun.
quality, great co-host.
It sounds like he's in it for everybody. He's
Right,
really
he's
in
a
it for
big
everybody.
supporter of local
So,
music. He
yeah.
brings these bands on. Charges them $15 so you can go get a new car.
Right,
But he's
right,
very
right.
good at marketing, not very good
Probably
at
gonna get,
delivering.
hopefully not too many more times, but we're definitely going to get scammed again because we just are trying to do the best thing we possibly
Right.
can.
I think it's. I
In
think
this
that
business, there's so many sharks, dude.
I don't know that it's even a good idea to do a local music awards because honestly, what does it really matter?
Right.
It'd be different. It'd be different if it was as well looked up to, as the Grammys or something.
And even that's a joke anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that
It
shit's
is.
so ridiculous.
It really is,
Like-
but at least it's got the notoriety.
Right,
There's-
right.
That's whatever.
So anyway, I mean, to make this really ridiculously long story
We got our money back.
short, whatever, we got
And
our
we had a
money
good
back. We had a good night. The police showed up. I told them exactly what happened. They're like, this sounds like, their exact words, 100% exact words was, this sounds like a scam to me. We got our money back. They escorted us out. We went to Quaker Steak and Lube and had a great time.
Well, if any of my listeners are interested, sometime later this year he'll be doing a 3-day festival at this place because it's free.
Oh, wow.
So let's all go.
It's free until you get there,
Right,
right?
right,
to
right.
Free, it's free until you get there.
Pretzels and chips.
$20
It's all-
to get in.
But a shit ton of local bands, a VIP area that costs like $150. I could have met Stone Sour at the House of Blues cheaper than that.
Right, right, right.
But speaking of Sean Head, man, that guy's a crazy motherfucker.
I love him.
He, I was standing when you guys were playing. It was between you guys and Elysium, and he was with some tattoo artist or something.
Right over here.
Right
I was
over
there,
here,
that
yes.
was great.
And he puts his arm around me. He looks at this guy and he goes,
Yeah.
"Do you know who this fucking guy is? This is fucking Crash. He does a fucking podcast." And he goes, and you know what happened the other day? He goes, I was sitting at the fucking House of Blues, and he looks over and he goes, "Hey, are you Sean Head?" And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know what to fucking say. And then he goes, "I'll be at your birthday bash." And I was just like, fuck yeah.
I have a quick 30-second story about Sean Head.
Hopefully this isn't as boring as the Cal story.
No,
There is no boring
When
Sean
that,
Head story.
now, when I say I met this guy, I talked to him for 15 minutes at the last Witcher show they had here. First time I ever met the guy, and then that was right after our show, Crash, when I got beat up. And when I posted that post, calling those guys out or whatever.
He doesn't have a way to bring it up, but he brings it up
No,
constantly.
no, Sean Head commented on my picture, the back of my head, and he said, "A baseball bat, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Call me next time. I love people who fight with baseball bats." I'm like, "You are one crazy motherfucker." I'm glad I'm on your good side.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sean's a wacky.
He's
fella.
like
So
he
talk
would
about
fuck
Sean
a guy
being
out.
crazy. I just had to bring that up. So
Oh, yeah.
seems like all of us had a little experience with his crazy.
yeah.
I think he said.
Quite a few.
No,
when we were sitting down at the House of Blues before the
Badass,
Stone Sour
man.
show,
He's a real cool guy.
I think he said something. Now I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this, Sean, if you're listening. But I think he said like in the past 3 years or something, he hasn't missed any of your shows or something like that.
No, dude, this
14
dude-
months.
He already
Remember?
corrected you on
14
that.
months.
14 months. I
14
said 3
months.
years, and I got that wrong.
This dude has come to Florida when we were on tour with Shroom last year.
Did he go to every show on the tour?
No,
No,
he came.
he came to the best on the tour.
He came to the best one, the last one, and he's driven to Michigan. He's driven to West Virginia to see us. PA. I mean, the dude's been everywhere. He's crazy.
That's got to be the best feeling ever to
It-
see
it
a
is.
local fan come to a
It
different
is, dude.
state
It's
18
awesome.
hours
It's
away.
awesome.
On the other edge of
It's awesome.
country.